Welcome back, Spacer family. We are now preparing our side dish. This is going to be the meatballs for our tortilla wrapped jalapeno poppers. And I've already got this somewhat started. I have 1 pound of ground beef and 4 ounces of chorizo sausage, ground chorizo sausage in there. Next, I've got 4 ounces of pepper jack cheese in there and 4 ounces of cream cheese. Next, we've got 1 can of the diced tomatoes and chilies. Throw those inside there. 1 teaspoon of cilantro lime, 1 teaspoon of tahini, and 1 teaspoon of Troy's AP. Next, we're giving these a little bit of a crunch. I have a small handful of Doritos. We're going to crunch in. Those are going in. And next, we have a small handful of blue corn tortilla chips. And we're crunching these up and we're going to mix everything together. Okay, so we've finished mixing up our meat mix and I've got a total of 12 meatballs here. I took about 3 handfuls of Doritos and 3 handfuls of the blue chips. I put them in the blender and I chopped them up real fine. And what we're going to be doing is taking each one of these and giving them a nice coat. These are going to make these meatballs nice and crunchy. And next, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be making our cream cheese mixture for the jalapeno poppers. Now it's time for our cheese filling. I have 12 ounces of Philadelphia cream cheese and 4 ounces of pepper jack cheese. Next, I'm adding 2 teaspoons of Troy's AP, 2 teaspoons of tahini, and 2 teaspoons of our cilantro lime, and we're going to be mixing this up. I've also pre-prepped our jalapenos. I cut off the very end of them and then I cored them out and I cut the tips off of these and we're going to be filling these with our cream cheese here. We have our cheese ball mixed together now and all we're going to do is take our cored out jalapenos and we're going to stuff these full of the cheese. Nothing special, no fancy tools. And it's okay if we get the cheese around the outside of these because these are all going to be wrapped and in a whole nother layer of cheese. These are going to be fantastic. So I'm going to finish these up right here. All right, we have our jalapeno stuffed with our cheese. Now we're taking some of our cheese mixture and we're going to place it on top of one of our tortillas that we made last night. Spread this out. We're getting nice cheesy goodness throughout. Next, we're going to wrap our jalapeno in the tortilla, just like so. We're going to get it right there, form it off. There's a little bit extra tortilla. I'm going to slice that end. Then we're going to take one of the tips here, put a little bit of cheese in there, and that is going to be formed up right there on the end. And next, 1 slice of bacon, and we're going to wrap the tortilla in the bacon. From there, we're taking it over to the finishing board, and we are adding our crunch meatballs to the final display. Now, I'm probably going to end up wrapping and getting another slice of bacon and finish wrapping these off. I'm going to finish these off and then we're going to put them on the smoker with the rest of our meal. Welcome back, Spacers family. Uh, this is bittersweet. This is the last weekend for this season of Out of This Verse Food. And I want to extend this thank you to Christopher Hopper for bringing us all together through his books and by creating these universes, as well as this community that we have found ourselves in. So, with that being said, we do have a few gripes for you killing off some of our favorite characters. And please take this with a grain of salt and how much we actually do love you. You may have seen this book in a couple of the clips. This is my little notebook with all the ideas for the crazy dishes that we have made. Now, I asked of our family to provide those characters that Christopher has killed that hit us most in the feels. Richard Chalice, Aaron Enlata hit him the hardest since, you know, Aaron had achieved so much and went beyond his comfort zone. And I agree with him. Aaron, it became one of the most courageous of our bunch, and you killed him. Bill Keziak said Bumper and the loss of Chuck, which of course you tricked us all and decided to rip our hearts from us on that one. Jonathan Foy, Piper's mom, Valerie, like you had to put, Piper through that trauma as well as her dad. Sherry Moore and Kendall, and Dan the Man, Rohor. That one hit us. Even though we knew that it had to be done, Rohor was a warrior, and with that, Rohor would not have been able to grow old and die peacefully. So we understand Rohor. Now, for me, it was a little. Rohor was one hit the most, but there is Junar. Okay. Now, with that, Christopher, this is for you. Impact. Doesn't it look just like you? This is our meat and bacon wrapped cauliflower head of Christopher Hopper. Look at the dark eyes. He has gone over just like Moldark. And then we have our beef tongue. This is all the words that Christopher spews. And of course, we have some of our nice cilantro lime sauce going on, being shot from our bacon tortilla wrapped jalapeno popper rocket ships that are spewing onto Christopher's tongue. And we have our mumbo sauce, which is being dripped right upon his head. And of course, we have Christopher's black heart. This is for you. This is for us. Thank you so much for joining me, and we'll see you next season on Out of This Verse Food. Remember, life above all to yours and those around you. All right, now we are on to our bacon tortilla wrapped jalapeno popper rocket chips, and we did a lot of preparation on these. We made our meatballs, we made our cream cheese mixture, we made a tortillas for this. I can't wait to dig in. So first, I'm just going to take the tip. I'm going to be brisk here and put a little bit of that. Then I'm going to gild it so I can take a little taste of this meatball. Look at that. That's pretty. And next, I'm just going to put a little dab of our cilantro lime sauce on here just for a little pop of flavor. Let's see how this tastes. The Doritos and the corn chips, they give it that nice crunch. I can taste the chilies in there, and we've got a little bit of that nice heat coming on. These are good. Mm. Didn't mean to take another bite, but those taste really good. Next, here's just the tip. We've got our jalapeno popper with some of our cream cheese in there and a piece of the tortilla. Mm. That is on point. Tastes fantastic. I hope you enjoyed this one, and we're on to the next.